Today we explain why Yuno will use magic from the underworld. We show the reason why he is connected to the underworld and how it will happen that Yuno receives demonic power. All of this in the Spade Kingdom arc. Black Clover, Yuno's new power from the underworld here on Unami. We will first talk about the things that connect Yuno to the underworld, and then build our path to the conclusion at the end of this video, why Yuno will use magic from the underworld. One of the most important points why Yuno is in danger of gaining demonic power is the fact that Yuno got his necklace back with the magic stones. Although the secret of the necklace has already been revealed and the purpose of the magic stone has already been used. Thus, Yuno's necklace is no longer relevant for the entire story of Black Clover. Or is it still relevant? At the beginning of the show, Yuno's necklace was a mysterious artifact that linked Yuno's present to his unknown past and gave us an idea that the necklace must be relevant in some way. As the story progressed, it turned out that the stone was a magic stone created by elves and used to increase the magic power of those who use it. However, there is a certain risk associated with using the stones, which directly affects the user. But more to that in a little moment. We later found out that the magic stones can be used for forbidden magic, such as reincarnation. So if you bring all the stones together and put them in the correct order, which represents the Tree of Life, the holy opposite of the Qliphoth, then you can reincarnate dead people. This is what happened in the first saga of Black Clover. The reincarnated elves were all very strong affected by the underworld magic. This was shown several times when the reincarnated elves showed magic from the underworld through hatred. In the case of Veto, it even looked like Veto was possessed by a devil for a little moment when he said, "Impressive, you drew me out, human." He seemed to be completely out of mind. And as we know, Veto is one of the apostles of Sephira in the Tree of Life and therefore directly connected to the Qliphoth. The reason why reincarnated elves have such a strong connection with magic from the underworld is, as mentioned, because the Tree of Life is the twin of the Tree of Death, the Qliphoth. The Tree of Life opens the gate to heaven and the Qliphoth the gate to the underworld. However, each position of the Tree of Life is also associated with the equivalent position of the Tree of Death. This is why Zagreed used Yuno's magic stone inside the Shadow Palace at this specific location, as it most likely is the layer of hell in which Zagreed lives. This does not mean that Zagreed is one of the Qliphoth devils. He is far too weak for this position, and besides that, he's not even a real devil in demonology. And usually, the Qliphoth devils should be real devils in demonology, just like Nama and Lilith. But it is very likely that Zagreed lives in the last layer of hell, since the last three positions share the same gate of the last layer of the underworld. That is why Lucifer knew Zagreed, since both live in the same layer of the underworld. And the fact that he is not a Qliphoth devil means that the last layer of hell is filled with devils like Zagreed. That's f***ed up, but let's see how they will handle this. If you would like us to make a video in which we show and explain all the Qliphoth devils based on the demonological system that Tabata has used so far, let us know by smashing the like button. Let's say 2000 likes, and then we will publish this video even this week. And if you don't want to miss this and many other great videos that we will be releasing this week, subscribe to our channel and don't forget to turn on that notification bell so that you will definitely be notified when we upload our new videos. Otherwise, YouTube will not notify you at all. So if Zagreed was able to summon his own body from the deepest layer of the underworld without creating the Qliphoth tree or even opening a single gate, then that pretty much shows just how powerful the magic stones are actually connected to the underworld. And now to the point of how and why this is so dangerous for Yuno. Yuno was always blessed and seemed like a child prodigy. His mana capacity and control were excellent even before he was 15 years old. Then he received the legendary 4-leaf Clover Grimoire and was selected by all squads. He then joined the quote-unquote best squad, the Golden Dawn. Shortly thereafter, he was selected by the Wind Spirit Sylph and can even use Elven mana. He became the youngest vice captain in history and even found out that he's the prince of the Spade Kingdom and is supposed to be the future king as well. He even got his magic stone back, which we found out to be able to make the user's magic much stronger. He is blessed in every way. But since the beginning of this new arc, Yuno has experienced how it feels to be unable to progress. Yuno has shown the potential for a darker side that we didn't know before, and signs of despair that lie deep within him. Now, don't get me wrong, this theory is not going to the direction you might be thinking right now. We don't think Yuno will become evil, but
we believe that if Yuno continues to lose to his opponents who seem to be naturally much stronger than him, and thus make him feel that he simply cannot surpass that power with normal human strength, this might result in drastically increasing frustration, and this is where the danger of the magic stones come into play. along with Yuno's 4-leaf grimoire. The magic stones can enhance the magical power of the user and act as multipliers for spells. However, they do require that the user already have a high level of magic in order to use them safely. Hence, elves and devils are the only ones who can use them to their fullest potential. The stones, as we have already explained, are connected to the underworld, and people who use them risk being affected by the curse Weg and could even lose their humanity. After Zagrid was finally defeated, most of the stones appear to have been disintegrated, along with Lumiere's body. However, the stone that Yuno received from his father was not destroyed. Glyudre and Revici retrieved the stones and finally gave it back to Yuno. To summarize the important things so far, the stones support the user's magic and are connected to the underworld, allowing forbidden spells such as reincarnation. If used by the humans, it can turn them into demons, and devils can use them to call out their real bodies into the human world. All magic stones were destroyed, but for some reason that must be important to the story, Yuno's stone was not destroyed, and he even got his stone back. At this point in this video, everyone should see the bigger picture of why it is so dangerous for Yuno to have that stone back, considering that the stone's real purpose has something to do with the underworld. The fact that Yuno has received the magic stone again, and that the Tree of Death, the Qliphoth, is being created, suggests that Tabata plans to give the stone more relevance for the Spade Kingdom arc, and in particular for Yuno. Since the Tree of Death, the Qliphoth, is created, the magical stone associated with the underworld has been stronger than ever, as the limitation between the human world and the underworld no longer affects anything between these two worlds. If Yuno theoretically falls into deep despair because he is frustrated that he naturally cannot be strong enough and is unable to defeat the devils, then he is in danger of being influenced by negative energy or maybe even magic from the underworld. While Yuno does not know how to use the magic stone, we should not forget that the real purpose of these stones is to use them to enhance the user's own magic, and it looks like Asta is currently much stronger than Yuno, and Yuno has already received this power up, so he must somehow be able to increase his magic power to keep up with Asta. Depending on how effective the use of the magic stone is, it should be the solution for Yuno to keep up with Asta. But as I said, when Yuno started using the magic stones, he will most likely be affected by magic from the underworld, like Sekre, who has received the curse Weg, and Sekre only used a single spell. Imagine what will happen to Yuno when he starts to use the stone repeatedly as one of his magic tools and even collects magic from the underworld. For example, to use this underworld magic for his spirit dive. This would be literally the worst case scenario if Yuno really figured out how to use the stone and then for some reason got the stupid idea of using this magic from the underworld to amplify the spirit dive. Then Sylph magic and the magic from the underworld will be combined into a completely different new form. That being said, the magic stone isn't all about Yuno that gives him the opportunity to receive demonic magic. Yuno also has a 4-leaf grimoire. And as we know, a 4-leaf clover can turn into a 5-leaf clover grimoire if the owner of the grimoire falls into deep despair. But when a 4-leaf grimoire turns into a 5-leaf grimoire, the grimoire loses the connection with the owner and can be used by the devils. However, if the devils can use a 5-leaf grimoire because they have a connection to the underworld, then Yuno may also be able to use a 5-leaf grimoire if he is going to use the magic stone, as the magic stone itself is connected to the underworld and therefore has a direct impact on the user. Everything about Yuno shows a connection to the underworld, the magic stone, the potential of a 5-leaf Clover grimoire, and the new darker side of Yuno that may become a problem if he doesn't learn to control his emotions. What do you think? Will Yuno be able to use magic from the underworld? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like this video, don't forget to smash the like button, and if you are new to our channel, make sure you subscribe with the notification bells turned on. See you guys in the next video. Have a good day. Yami out.